Welcome to Arena Coop, everybody. This is the stream where we play one arena run a week, and unfortunately, this week we try to keep the classes even. But this week I have a policy where I never retire a deck, and I never just retire. Period. So I played a bunch earlier today, and I tried to get a good run, get a good mage or paladin queued up, but it didn't happen. So we're doing warrior again.
Let's just tell it like it is. We lied. We advertised Mage and Pally, but we're playing Warrior. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. But just give me 1 second. I'm going to do a quick sound check.
Yeah, and this is the first time we're playing Warrior post Nax. So there's the meta, the arena meta, if you will, is different, and also we get Death Spite, which is a nice weapon to have. Although I think it probably hurts me more often than it helps me so far. Just because when you have a weapon out as a warrior, you kind of actually want to use it. You don't want to hold on to it and wait until you ping one of your own things.
Okay.
Are we good?
We're good. Let's start. Everything
Great.
sounds good.
All right. So, Warrior it is. Garrosh run number 2. And plus, the first time we did Garrosh, we got to 5 runs. We were beat by some nasty combos, and hopefully we will not see that again this time.
Hopefully.
Wow, that's a very good start.
Yeah. Mana Addict, Armor Smith, Drake. It's Drake all the way.
As usual, the deck list is going to be below the Twitch stream.
Yeah,
So
you
if
guys
you
can
wanna,
check that.
yeah,
You guys can check Adwokta's overall record as well. Just creep on him a tiny bit.
yes.
Over here
just
we
creep
got
on me.
Worgen Infiltrator, Shield Block, and Silverhand Knight. Silverhand Knight is just really high value. Picking that. Easy peasy. Okay, so we have Wind Fury, Harpy, Frostwolf, Warlord, and Whirlwind.
Okay, we're getting a lot of 5s, but
We're
I
getting a lot
think,
of 5s.
I mean, the other 2 cards suck too much.
It's too early to take a Whirlwind. Yeah, we don't know what we have yet.
God.
Take the Warlord.
All right. This deck is looking a little problematic to start, but it's not bad. It's some decent value cards. They're just all clogging up one.
Yeah,
They're all clogging up 1 mana.
good place to take a slam. Very nice Dark Iron.
So whenever we don't explain something, it's because the value is just overwhelmingly going one way. We're doing this just to make things go a little faster. I think in some of our earlier shows, we spent half an hour on each draft just going over the cards, and people were like, look, we can look at a value list too. You don't have to say all that stuff. So here, we're taking Commanding Shout because the other 2 cards are total crap.
Yeah, Commanding Shout, it cycles itself. It's useful sometimes.
At least cycles itself. It's never that bad.
Exactly.
Cruel Taskmaster, that's what I like to see. A Cruel Taskmaster with no 2-drops. Alright. We need some 2-drops. Very, very bad.
Yeah. Over there, Cruel Taskmaster and Heroic Strike have about similar value, but we don't have any 2-drops right now.
Well, that's not a 2-drop either. I just don't like Heroic Strike because it messes with your weapons. You're already hurting yourself so much as the warrior, especially with Death is Bite now. Presumably, we'll get some weapons.
Mad Scientist, so good if you have secrets.
Alright, Lord of the Arena is not a bad card.
Lord of the Arena
I'm really coming around to Lord of the Arena, by the way.
We actually had a chat about this for 30 minutes, because that's what we do. We talk about Lord of the Arena for 30 minutes.
No, but yeah. I think this is an above-average card now. And it's just because it's a taunt. Taunt lets you do stuff. And 5 is not very good, but it's hard for people to deal 5 damage. There's only a couple classes that can really effectively deal 5 damage. For everyone else, it'll usually go 2 for 1, or it'll deal some face damage on top of that.
All right, is this where we take Battle Rage?
Yes, this is where we take Battle Rage.
Good.
8 cards in. Wolf Rider is not a bad pick because we don't have a 3-drop and we don't have a weapon, but I always like to have one Battle Rage. And it doesn't look like this deck is going to be particularly fast.
Yeah, and I think the general strategy for because I think we definitely value Battle Rage, maybe one tier higher than other people would. You don't want to dip in value to take a Battle Rage. So over here, when
Right.
I think it is just generally the best card as well, it's a great place to pick it.
No. Hedging on getting some weapons later.
I know.
Alright, a
Okay,
Brawl.
a
It's
brawl
always
isn't
good
bad.
to see. Brawl's not that great in the arena. People rate it like higher than I would, but it's obviously better than the other 2 cards that we have here. It's
Yes.
just if you're like it takes up mostly your entire turn, and if you are really in a position where you need to brawl, like you've lost. Um, okay, we're not getting away from this Murloc War Leader, are we? Do I take a Doomsayer?
Well, Echoing Ooze is a 2-drop. You drop it on 2, you get 2/1/2s.
I've never used this card before.
It's essentially a 2/4 split. The good thing is it doesn't have 1 health, so it can't be pinged. It is a 2-drop. It's yeah.
Okay, it's a 2-drop. We need 2-drops.
At the same time, I mean,
This is so bad.
Doomsayer could be a 2-drop.
Yeah, I mean,
And then
Doomsayer
you
usually is a 2-drop.
Yes,
You definitely want it as a 2-drop.
right.
Um, this deck is going to be slow.
It will be slow. So right here we have a decision between Doomsayer and Echoing Ooze. Not a great decision you really want to be making, but both you can drop on turn 2. Doomsayer, okay, so assuming they put out a 3/2, they need 4 more damage, which is really tough for anyone to. And then they basically waste a turn.
How good
Ooze
is
doesn't
Echoing
make-
Ooze? Let's think about how good Echoing Ooze is as a 2-drop. It's going to be meaningless if it goes up against any of your traditional, like, screwy 2-drops, like 1/2s, like 2/1s, like Loot Hoarder, or just anything minor. It's not going to do anything because it's 2/1/2s. It's going to do well against a 3/2 in the sense that it will trade. No, it's not. It's such a bad card. We have no way to, like, buff it or anything. I think the only way you, like, play this card is if you can buff it. And we can't buff it. It'll get us a larger Frostwolf Warlord one turn.
We definitely can't buff it. Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. I mean, I guess we can. We can throw Taskmaster if it's a late game combo, and then make 2/3/1s. That's still not good.
That's still not good.
I may take the Murloc War Leader. It's just a 3-drop,
It is a
and
3.
we're going to need 3-drops too because we don't have 3-drops either. Like we're gonna have to shift this curve a lot closer to smaller curve. We don't even have 4s. We have 1/4. I think this will be good going forward in terms.
All
of
right,
the
let's
curve.
do it. You talked me into it. These are the tough arena choices.
God.
All right, we have a Ventricle Mercenary, Frostwolf Warlord, and an Execute.
You're gonna have to take the Venture Call for the value here. We can take an
Yeah.
Execute later. So our
This is
problem with the
looking
deck
really
isn't.
bad.
It's looking pretty bad. Like I don't know how well you can tell, but like a draft like this is like awful. This is a very very bad deck so far. It can still be saved. We still have almost 20 cards to go, but it's looking very bad right now. So we have big stuff already, so I'm not too worried about taking an Execute right now. And Venture Co is another big stuff, so it kind of fits the same role. Execute's better for tempo, and we'll need tempo, but we could pick up an Execute later. Let's get a Panther.
Yeah, let's get a
Let's
Panther.
get a Panther. We just
Acolyte
need
is
stuff.
anti-tempo, and right now we need
Yeah.
stuff to put out there that can actually do something.
Inner Rage. That's a card I like to take if I have a good deck. We do not have a good deck. Okay, Frost Elemental or Ogre Magi.
I would go with the Ogre Magi.
The Ogre Magi does fit a need at the 4 spot, even though I would typically prefer a Frost Elemental. So we're going with the
Yeah.
Ogre Magi.
But if we need to fill a need, I would rather go 2 turns earlier.
Yeah, it's Ogre Magi is so much better with a class that can ping because Yetis are very popular. And it also doesn't do anything for you if they like drop a Senjin or anything. It's not a very good 4-drop.
Yeah.
Whereas Frost Elemental is a totally legitimate 6-drop. I don't want to do it. I don't want to take an Ogre Magi. I don't see what we're doing with the Ogre Magi.
You're just dropping a 4/4.
Yeah, but that's not gonna. It's gonna like wreck us later.
But then what do we do then? We drop a Murloc War Leader on turn 4?
No, we're not gonna have 2 3s. We're gonna have 1 3 if we're lucky.
Okay, then what we...
So we need to shift our curve down. I think we'll have... So the Warrior has a lot of 4-drops. So I think we can get 4-drops back later on in the draft. And I don't like playing Ogre Magi as a 4-drop. It doesn't do enough. Especially because Dark Iron Dwarf's another 4/4. I'm going to take a Frost Elemental here.
Okay, that's fine. We still have a lot of picks left.
We have a lot of picks left.
This is bad.
Oh, this is going to be so bad. We're going to have another like low win rate Warrior.
Yeah, I know. Right now we have nothing with Death Rattle, so Undertaker is...
We're taking another Venture Co.
We're taking another Venture Co.
All right, a 2-drop. We're taking our 2-drop. We're taking our 2-drop. We're not taking this 2-drop.
Imp Master is fine.
Imp Master's fine. Direwolf Alpha is a 2-drop. For the Unstable Ghoul, we have nothing to ping. So I think the Wolf will give us more use.
I think so too.
River Croc is a 2-drop.
We're taking the River Croc over a Slam.
Yes.
Let's see, right now we have one,
1,
two...
2. We have 2 2-drops. We need 6. Taking a River Croc over a Slam.
Okay, I'm alright with this. Yeah. We are taking a value here, but if we had an axe, that would be so much better. Like if we had an axe in a previous pick, but we don't.
I mean, River Crocs really suck for Warrior, though.
No, we should still take the Slam. If you think about it, you're dropping on turn 2.
Yeah, it's gonna die.
It's gonna
die to any turn 3.
Right,
we
like
have nothing to do stuff on turn 3. Fine, we're taking a Slam.
Yeah, he drops a 3/2, and it's the same exact thing, but later on we want that Slam more than a River Croc.
We're gonna have so many 5-drops.
We're gonna have awful. A Murloc deck.
This is awful.
Time to draft all the Murlocs. I guess a bomb. We have so many 5s. This is looking really bad.
Let's take an Abomination. The Cold Light Seer is not a card.
No, it's not. We have a question from Random User 39. How important is the mana curve for Arena?
Depends on your class and what your deck is shaping up to be. If you're playing very control, then... Is someone at your place?
Yes, that's Natasha in the background.
She sounded really manly.
Yeah.
Okay, so for a class that needs the board, it'll be kind of hard to not have a good mana curve. And the Warrior very much needs the board. It can get the board back if it has weapons, but you could also end up with a draft like us where we were not offered a single weapon yet. So this is not looking good. But for the mana curve, like the top end of the mana curve, you care less about. For 2, 3, and 4, you normally care a lot about. There's exceptions. For like Shaman, you don't care that much about. For Mage, if you're not going aggro, you don't care that much about. And that's why those are easier to play classes. But for a class like a Warrior, it matters a lot.
Yeah. So
Oh my god.
so many fives. I would say this: mana curving out is important. Being able to play and use up all your mana every turn, that's important. Looking at the mana curve, like this little diagram in front of us, is not as important. So if you play Rogue, you're going to see, for example, perhaps a lot of zero mana cost cards, 1 mana costing cards, and that's fine. For other classes, that could be potentially really bad because those 1 mana costing cards could be Argent Squires and Secret Keepers. But for rogues, it's Deadly Poisons and perhaps 1 Cold Blood, and you have backstabs. So just don't look at the diagram, but make sure you look at the deck comprehensively and see, can I use my mana every turn or come close to using all my mana every turn? Because that's really what you want to be aiming for.
Tiger for value.
Tiger for value. Oh, come on.
This is going to be the worst Warrior deck I think I've ever drafted.
This is horrible.
So I'm predicting 3 wins.
Yeah,
And then
guys,
we may do... Okay, if we get 3 wins or less, we're going to do another run after that.
I don't know about that. I don't exactly have the time.
Seriously? It's 2 p.m.
Yeah, I have to be somewhere at 6. So if we go 3-3, this is going to take us to like 3:30ish, right? So I don't know.
Okay, we have
One
enough
second.
big things. We have enough big things in the deck. This is actually going to be, unfortunately, a very late game deck. We have 7 more picks after this.
All right.
Some of the late game things are going to go 2 for 1. We have enough 3s, so we're at least solid there. We're not going to get enough 2s. There's not enough pick lefts for us to actually get 6 2s or anything near that. The brawl is going to come in handy. We don't have weapons to get 2 for 1s or take back the board. So this deck has no win conditions.
We have none. We just have to hope.
So Battle Rage is pointless unless you have stuff on the board. That's hurt. We're not going to have anything on the board. We're not going to have anything on the board this entire game, except when we Cruel Taskmaster or slam our own person.
Yeah.
So we're not taking another Battle Rage.
We don't have anything meaty that can stand the board in the early turns, so they're just going to get ahead, have the initiative, and wipe out our board every single turn, rendering Battle Rage useless.
Charge could be somewhat useful on Haunted Creeper, Scarlet Crusader, maybe Abomination in the late game, depending on the board situation. But it's not. It's not going to
so
work.
bad.
It's not going to work. We take a Whirlwind, even though we have nothing to trigger. Like, we take it to actually kill things with 1 health. Yeah.
All right, let's take the Whirlwind. Guys, you're seeing us in desperation mode.
All right. Well, at least that's
Well, we can get a premium card here.
Yes. So hopefully go 2 for 1 when it comes out because we have no 2-drops.
We have no 2-drops.
Also, Commanding Shout is awful now.
Yeah, it's pretty awful.
Yes, Murloc Tidehunter!
I can't believe we're so happy to see this card, but we are.
We have another Murloc. So, at this point, we're basically... So this deck is so bad that we're going to punt matchups that have anything to do with pinging. We don't even care, because at this point, you really have to just limit your downside. You have to win some games. And right now, there's no way for this deck to win a game. Unless your opponent totally misplays, which, happens. But that's why I say, 3 wins is usually, you can get 3 wins no matter how bad your deck is. because like when you get 2 losses, their decks are pretty bad and they make a lot of misplays. So with a Murloc Tidehunter, it'll at least be good against like maybe half our matchups, maybe like a little bit more than half our matchups.
We'll say this: 90% of the time, you hate the fact that you have a Murloc Tidehunter, and that 10% of the time, you're just like, man, this is awesome. But usually it. Oh, come on.
This is the worst deck.
This is the absolute worst.
Oh my god. It's just pointless.
I don't
All of these
know.
cards are completely pointless.
Battle Rage can't be
Battle Rage is
used.
pointless. It's a pointless card right now. It doesn't do anything for our deck. We're taking a Magma Rager. No, we're taking a Magma Rager. Because if they can ping, we can just lose, and that's fine.
That's fine. We're going with Magma Rager.
Well, we have a lot of Murlocs.
We do have Murlocs, but
I'm not taking the Shattered Sun. I'm taking a Bluegill. We
just
have
to
a lot of
help
3
us.
drops. We have no 2 drops.
Yeah, just to help us stay
Yeah.
afloat, I guess. Oh,
Yes. 1 weapon. We are offered exactly 1 weapon. So this pretty much never happens that you're only offered 1 weapon, especially now that Death is Bite is a thing.
yeah.
But that happens. Morgan Infiltrator.
Okay, this can give us some early game. All right, so back to back to back, Bluegill, Axe, and
What do you
Worgen
think is
Infiltrator.
worse, this deck or that Rogue deck that we did? We got, so if you look at I think our Rogue run was run number 3. It was just a god awful deck that I think was still better than this. I don't know. I remember it being like really bad.
We
we
have a
got 6
message
wins
from
with that, so that's kind of our
we
goal
got a message
right
from
here.
Pure Ho. Until I began watching this stream, I felt I was the one with the worst draft choices around. Well, it's nice to show you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, but I mean, if
This,
you want to watch how to like rescue a draft, like that Rogue run, I'm still really happy about that Rogue run that we got to 6 wins.
It's the most proud I've been of 6 wins.
Well,
All
for
right,
this
let's take the
deck, we're taking
Infiltrator.
the Infiltrator.
Yeah.
We need some early game to like not die.
Yeah.
It's not gonna help. We have no force to back ourselves up either.
Ugh.
We have Murlocs. That's fine. We have Murlocs.
I guess.
This is so bad. We have Murlocs.
We're never gonna have any shields, so yeah, let's take the Murloc. This is horrible. I can't
This is
believe.
the worst deck. We should just lose 3 games and then do another run.
All right. Usually, after we draft, we take a minute or 2 to tell you guys about the strengths and weaknesses
And you know how
of
this
this
deck
deck.
can possibly win.
All right.
And the deck can't win. Is
No.
where we're at right now. The deck can only win if our opponent. Well, no, that's not true. The deck can win if our opponent is not a class that can ping.
Yes, but then again, this is why those classes are typically weaker, just because the ability to ping and
Can we even beat a paladin? We might.
we might. Let's start.
Probably
Let's
not.
find out. Let's find out the old-fashioned way.
It's so bad. Oh my god. Please have us face a bajillion, I don't know, priests or something.
Yes.
No,
Well, okay.
warlocks. Warlocks. This will be good against warlocks.
So until they mortal coil us.
No, that's fine. The Mortal Coil is fine. We have so many big stuff at the end. They won't be able to, and we can armor up so they can't rush us. This is fine. We're good against warlocks. Well, we're going to find out if we can beat a paladin.
There you go. Oh, yes. Working Infiltrator. Slam.
Well, no, we actually have enough early game. Like, by the end, we got enough early game. That's not really the problem. The problem is we have no mid game because we still
Problem
don't
is
have 4
our
drops.
cards are just not so good.
No Battle Rage.
Yeah, I think this is fine. Slam, Infiltrator, and Direwolf. Direwolf, sadly, is one of the best 2 drops that we can possibly put down.
I don't want to slam. I don't want to slam.
Okay.
1 is the Worgen. 2 is the Wolf.
3 is the Murloc War Leader that we're going to draw.
3, we coin out a slam and have another 2. That's unlikely to draw. 3, we're gonna look to draw something. We're not using the coin.
Okay.
Oh god.
Something good. Interesting.
Put out a wolf. He puts out something. We can bluegill to kill it.
And then next turn we
Die to the wolf. The wolf gets killed.
infiltrator armor. No, yeah, that's
No. So that was the right move because any 3/3 would kill our wolf on turn 3.
yeah. And if you drop something like a worgen, then
Fine.
Well,
Okay, so we're down a card. We're down a card. You know what? We'll wolf the next turn to get a card back. And we'll bluegill too with the coin to kill whatever he puts out there.
maybe.
So bad.
So at this point, I would like to remind everyone that we are averaging 8.3 wins in the previous 6 weeks.
Oh, come on. I can't believe he actually has cards that like crappy cards even, but it counters whatever we can do.
Yep. Well, okay, we need to kill off his bomber.
I don't know what we can do.
Okay, you could just Pungugil here and then attack him to the face with the spider, so next turn you can coin out the Drake. Because our play before...
No, I bluegill to kill the bomber, and then I use the haunted creeper to kill the ooze, so everything's still alive. And next turn, I commanding shout if he doesn't kill everything.
Okay, I like that.
It gives us the most tempo on the board.
We do need tempo.
It's horribly inefficient, but we're facing a paladin. We just need this tempo on the board, and we're gonna have to need to draw into either a 2-drop or a 3-drop or a 4-drop.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're cycling this commanding shout. Well, I guess we're not. No, we're probably gonna cycle.
Oh, is he going to consecrate?
That's
then we
fine.
have no play next turn.
That's fine.
I mean, it's fine in terms of cards. It's not fine in terms of we actually have nothing to do next. Oh, that's fine. Wait, seriously?
Does this card work against that thing? No.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's not reducing the health, it's actually just destroying it. Well, I'm just gonna kill it with these 2 guys. Right? That seems really stupid on his part. Yeah, right? There's no downside to this. Oh! I could commanding shout, and then that'll save those 2. Because he's not gonna get dealt... Neither of those health things are gonna get dealt damage. Do I care enough to do that?
Huh.
The Magma Rager actually lets us kill his 5-drop, though.
It does, yeah.
And Commanding Shout will keep it alive. Next turn, if we have to use it. Let's keep going with the tempo. That was interesting, though. We could have kept both of the 1/1s alive. Oh, Commanding Shout Valley.
Such a value.
That's what we do, right?
That's what we do. We want to keep these things alive.
Put a Drake, but we're going to keep things alive and hopefully draw another 3-drop. Draw another 3-drop. Perfect.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yes.
This is such a stupid deck.
Yeah, yeah. It
Oh,
seems like he's
God.
had no answer so far.
Well, it's the first game. He could suck and have a bad deck at the same time.
Maybe both. Both would be good.
Because, like, he just needs one to beat us. I feel like even if he has a bad deck, like, if he plays at our skill level, he would still win because his deck can't be worse than our deck.
We're gonna freeze a 1/1, aren't we?
I mean, or we can slam it. No. We're not going to freeze the 1-1. We're in Lord of the Arena.
War of the Arena. Yeah.
If he wants to Blessing of Kings and trade that, we're okay. Because that takes up pretty much his entire turn.
Very okay with it.
Are we showing lethal? We're not showing lethal. Are we showing lethal? We're one off. Okay, we're not showing lethal. Oh man, he's gonna give my Magma Rager that value?
So
This is
good.
the best Magma Rager.
Wow.
So guys, this is how you use the Magma Rager.
Well, wait. Do we?
Just freeze that thing and go to the face.
Do we? I think we do. Unless he top decks something. I mean, he's shown he has nothing in his hand, right?
He does have nothing in his hand. He needs an
If that
Equality
if that was his
Consecrate
best play,
combo. Even if he has an Equality Consecrate combo, he has to follow that up by taunting.
yes. If that was his best play,
No, that's still it's too iffy.
okay, no,
It's
all
too
right,
iffy. Let's just play this. We're ahead. We're gonna get good value on things.
we are ahead. All right, let's do it.
So we play the Drake instead of the Tiger. No, that's not actually going to be able to help us. So we play the Drake instead of the Tiger because we want to have more cards in our hand, and because we have a Slam, which lets me get a good trade no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still showing lethal. That was definitely the right move. He's going to be so sad when I double slam that thing. Double slam.
Wait.
Double slam. Hit him. I win.
Oh, right. Forget about the Azure Drake. Ugh, now we're gonna be facing people who won a game with the deck.
Now we're going to be facing people who won a game. That's it. That's the only win we're getting. This is a one-win deck. We're all going to go home after this. Or I guess go out, because we are home. Ugh. If you're just tuning in, we have the worst warrior deck possible. You can check out our deck list at the bottom of the stream.
Magma Rager hype.
But the Magma Rager won us the game last time. Hey, it's another person who can't ping exactly. That's good. We beat one paladin. We could beat another one, right?
Sure. You did write an article about beating Powies.
I mean, that I did.
Wow, we actually have a turn 1 and 2 turn 2 play. That's
and we're
not.
Gonna draw turn 3 because we have a ton of 3-drops. Oh, we have an axe. I feel so much better about this hand.
Wow.
The axe is our only weapon. It is the only weapon we were offered. I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming it's going to take
I'm assuming it's a noble sack.
probably a noble sack. I mean, I'm not attacking that. There's no point for me to attack it. Am I going to regret putting it? No, I'll never regret putting out a Haunted Creeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise I would trade my War Axe for those two. I get a better deal for my War Axe. Yeah.
Yeah, so next turn you can attack with the Haunted Creeper to...
Well, no, he's going to kill my Haunted Creeper right now. I don't know how, but I have a feeling it's coming. Oh god, it's a Secrets deck.
What?
That's fine.
To the face, okay.
This
That's
is all
absolutely
fine. Alright, so I'm going to trigger the...
Yes.
Nope.
No.
It is going to give him 2 more of whatever I kill. No, that's a mage thing. I already dropped the Haunted Creeper, so it's going to bring something back to life with 1 health.
Yes. Or it's going to buff something 3/2.
Oh, yeah, it'll buff something 3/2. Huh. That's good. So I'm going to kill the Undertaker with my sword and then kill the... Wait, no, that doesn't work.
No.
Huh. So I don't want anything to be buffed. Then nothing will be buffed.
He could just keep on pumping up that Undertaker then.
What are the odds? If I kill the Undertaker, this becomes a 5-4.
5/4. But you could still kill using your axe the next turn.
Fine. Fine. I mean, I'm going to use my Dwarf to kill it the next turn.
Yeah.
He already used his coin, so he can't consecrate. So I feel pretty safe. Doesn't really matter what he does with this thing. I mean, I guess if he bless it, he can't bless him kings yet.
Nope.
Ugh. Really? He's going to give that to me?
Yep.
Fine. Oh, man. I can slam. I'm not going to slam.
Yeah, you want to get out something on this turn.
Um,
Yeah. Give it to the Worgen.
yeah. Because I want whatever secret he has out to come out first before I swing my axe / use my spider.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So now, is that a noble sack or is it a redemption?
If it's a redemption, you don't really care. Well, the spider to the face first, right? For the noble
Well,
sack.
no,
Otherwise,
but if it's a redemption, I want the spider to... I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, if it's a redemption, he has
if it's a
1/2.
redemption, you
That's
don't really
fine.
care.
I can
right?
armor up. I don't care about taking damage.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. If it's a redemption, that's fine.
It's another avenge.
It's another avenge. Okay.
He really wants to avenge his shit.
Or it could be well,
Or it could be a what?
because you haven't dropped anything yet.
That would be the worst. That would be the worst thing ever.
It would be the worst, but
I'm gonna slam and trade the spider into that.
okay.
Let's see if I can burn a secret. I'm doing this regardless.
Do that first, and then
What's going to happen is it's an avenge. It's an avenge. I really want to put out an Imp Master.
Okay, so if
The Imp
it's an
Master is very bad. Or I guess I could put out the Murloc War Leader. Yeah, I put out the Murloc War Leader so that my other Murloc the next turn can be like a 4 damage spell.
yeah.
It's an avenge. Why did we ever think it was anything different? It's an avenge.
Double avenge with mad scientists. This guy's got something going. Oh, we have another question from Fool Spool. He said, "Hey man, I got a really good warrior draft. Do you offer coaching to help me not mess up? By the way, your stream is fucking amazing quality.
Yeah,
Followed."
fucking amazing.
Well,
Uh,
Fool Spool, thanks for your support. Thanks for following. As for the coaching, do you do coaching?
I do not do coaching yet. I may in the future, but I have a time issue where I really don't have that much time. So at least not now. I may offer coaching in the future. We'll see. We'll see how my time frees up.
So, do we
We freeze it and do
prior
nothing.
we don't care about the because right now if we kill it, Avenge doesn't trigger.
Oh, otherwise the bench triggers.
Yes.
But then we have to like essentially like burn 2 cards to kill it. Is that worth it?
Well, it's not burning two
Okay, it's
cards.
making the dark iron into a 4/1.
Yes, and then we freeze his face so he can't like.
Well, no, we won't be able to freeze his face because we're using the bluegill warrior. We would also drop it in master.
Oh. Um I guess it's
I'll
impossible
let him
to.
avenge. I'll
Yeah,
let him avenge.
I guess it's impossible to prevent the him from getting the avenge out at some point. It's always going to happen.
Yeah. What does he want to avenge? Because we still have a bluegill warrior. Assuming he doesn't kill the. He's gonna avenge that thing.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Ah, I see what he did. That's okay, bro.
Ugh.
Okay. So we're gonna bluegill warrior into this, and then we'll trade this also into that, and then whatever it avenges, it avenges. Because we don't
All
want
right.
this thing to get. This is the thing we want dead the most. It'll
Yes.
avenge something else.
Okay, we're definitely playing the bluegill, and then it becomes
So we can trade these two into that. These two into that. Yes.
okay.
And then this will become 4, so I can trade that in here. Or that'll become big, and then I
A
can trade this
five,
into it.
and then you can trade
It
that. All
doesn't
right.
matter. I can trade stuff. And then I can also put out a Venture Co., and it'll be very good tempo.
Yeah.
Aww. Oh well.
You gotta do it.
So I made that trade to protect the Dark Iron. I really want to attack to the face, but whatever. We have a board. We're against a Paladin. They can't really take back the board. Uh, yeah, I think we're in a decent position.
We have the same amount of cards.
This Brawl's going to be a dead card in the hand. But hopefully late game at some point he'll like tap a lot and then we'll Brawl and kill all the 1/1s. That's why Brawl's not good. Like you generally have the board at the beginning. And if
Brawl is
you
only good when you're behind,
yeah,
and if you're
and
behind, Brawl, because it costs 5 mana, it's basically a wasted turn, and it doesn't kill everything like
yep.
a Flame Strike. So it's just, it's got problems. This guy is taking a sweet time.
Well, we do have a really ridiculously hard to remove board.
Yeah, it is.
Um, Come on, you have 24 health. You're not really afraid of me hitting you once. Just put out stuff.
By the way, how's your DC problem? Or your
It
DC
hasn't DC'd in the last like 3 days, but it was DCing up until then. So I really
Interesting.
don't know. I played a lot in the last like 3 days actually. So I want to say the problem is solved. Look at the intimidation factor. Our board intimidated him so much he passed his turn after looking around.
Guys, we're on the verge of going 2-0. This is incredible. And we are 2-0. By the way, you haven't updated the current record.
Oh, yeah. Does it still say we're 0-0? It's because the
Yes.
2-0 is fake. There's no way we're 2-0 with this deck.
Very true.
Okay. Well, looks like we have a good chance of hitting our goal of 3 wins.
That's what we say. And then just like the other Warrior, where unlike that one where we went to 5 wins and then lost 3 in a row, this one's
Man,
going to
that
be
one
2
was a
wins.
decent deck. I'm still sad that Warrior didn't go farther.
That deck was leagues better than this current crap that we're playing.
That one wasn't maybe not above average, but it was like an average Warrior deck. This deck is so bad.
I think it was slightly above average.
Slightly above? Okay.
Yeah. This one's significantly below.
This one's, I mean, it's hard to find a worse deck.
Oh.
Perfect. This is our best matchup.
Okay. So we got the bluegill. Do we keep the wolf?
We keep the wolf. We keep the wolf in case he does something that requires 3 damage.
All right. Okay.
Whirlwind to the face. Does not affect the face. I'll hold off on that.
It's just like naturalized face.
Oh, that would be so good.
1 mana. Naturalized face. Oh, boy.
This is not good. I forgot they had this card.
Is he thinking about coining out something?
I mean, anything would screw me. I do have a whirlwind, so that thing's going to die at some point, but we can do nothing. It's okay to do nothing. What is he? If he has a 1-drop, regardless of what it is, you coin it out. And then you tap the next turn if you have to.
Wait, is your connection so bad that you're causing other people to... No, wait. Got excited for a second there.
Alright, wolf or bluegill? I think wolf is better.
Wolf.
Because then we can bluegill next turn anyway. It won't make the same difference. I'll get 2 damage in on his face. Because next turn
Also,
I'm bluegilling to remove anything he puts out, and then I'm whirlwinding.
Well, that's exactly why. Like, if you put out the bluegill, then you can't whirlwind next turn without...
Well, I can, because I'll trade it into whatever he does. He's going to do something the next turn. The reason to play bluegill is if he puts out something with 3 health, I can bluegill into that whirlwind, my wolf will still have 2, it will still be 2/2. And if I need 4 damage for whatever reason, I can still drop the wolf and do the damage. It's like the more conservative play. But this will get 2 damage in.
This will get 2 damage in.
I'll take 2 damage in. And I'll take 2 damage. This could also get removed. But so could the bluegill. Oh, the bluegill gets 2 damage in too, actually, if I just go now. It could get Mortal Coil, though, and totally screw me. And that is playing around the Mortal Coil. Put out a 3-drop.
We got a message from the guy we just played. He asked, "Really? I'm the guy you just played, and your turn is glitched?" No,
well, I'm sorry about that. On the bright side, we think we were going to win that match. I think
And
it was up to that
I'm
point.
pretty sure our connection isn't causing other people to disconnect or anything. I am curious though, what exactly happened on your turn? Were you having problems or because we were actually just joking around about that.
Oh, come on! I was trying to get way more value from that dark iron. Oh man, looks like he doesn't have a great deck either. There were no other moves you could have possibly made at that turn, so we did
He
that.
says it's not on my end. I'll show you via my stream. Axions, we're sorry it happened to you. We really have no idea. Believe us, it was not intentional on our part. Um,
Do
yeah.
I Frostwolf or do I Scarlet Crusader? I'm gonna remove the 2/2 obviously because this thing's gonna be dead to the Yeti. If I Scarlet Crusader, I could just kill the Yeti the next turn. But yeah, I'll Scarlet Crusader because then I kill the Yeti the next turn. I can freeze whatever else he puts out. If I Frostwolf, I would freeze. I would freeze the Yeti.
Frostwolf just lets you use your mana more efficiently.
Yeah, right. I don't care.
System likes we are 2-0 right now. You can see the record right above the video. Right above the video of Adwicta.
Wrong move. Should have played the Frostwolf. Okay, he could do that, which will make me very happy. I can attack both of this in here. If I Commanding Shout, that'll save the Dark Iron, but that's just going to get killed by the other Sludge Belcher. I should play the Frostwolf. You're right.
It just used the mana more efficiently too.
You're right. I should have played the Frostwolf. I can play the Frostwolf now.
Yeah, it gets bigger. It's a 6/6.
It's probably our best move. Or, I'll just freeze the Yeti anyway. Freeze the Yeti, trade everything. I just have to accept the fact that I lost cards.
Yeah, you lost cards.
Well, yeah. Well, if I'm going to lose cards anyway, I might as well just get a bigger thing out there. I don't really care if the Yeti hits me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. So you're
I'll,
gonna smash,
I'll freeze it later.
or you could just freeze the next thing he puts out. Yeah, you don't have to freeze the Yeti.
Maybe I should have just done nothing. I think the result
Let
would have
him
been the
pick.
same. Yeah, but maybe doing nothing would have been better. So I'm definitely behind now. Every time this card comes out, nothing good happens. Yeah, he's just gonna outcard me because I'm not dealing any damage to him.
No.
Ha ha ha! I have a combo of sorts.
You have some sort of combo.
No, he has a perfect counter to my combo that he doesn't even know is coming. Seriously? Dude. We have a lot of combos.
Murloc,
We just put
Tide,
everything out
Hunter.
there?
Just
We
put
just
everything
put
out there.
everything out there, right?
Just put everything out there.
Okay, who do I want to get damaged once? I guess I want this guy to get damaged once, because whoever's getting damaged once, the Yeti can trade with.
Yeah. I never thought I'd see this in Arena.
So what happens when your deck is that bad? Twisting Nether. Or,
Oh, boy.
you know, that works just as well. Ah, that's smart.
Why didn't he trade for the one that was
He
not
messed
signed?
up.
I guess he wants to draw the card, but very weird.
He's gonna draw so many cards. So many cards.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything we could do about that.
Let's use it then. This is not even that useful. It'll
But
save
yeah,
one of my
that's
guys.
not.
No, it'll save
save
one of my
guy.
guys. It'll save one guy. Whatever. I need to use it.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, so I could draw a card or something, right? I really just need to attack him to the face. So bad.
I know.
Alright, let's hope he has nothing. Let's hope he has absolutely nothing. He doesn't draw anything when he hits tap. Nope, he has something. We're dead. So we would have gone to the face if we had any reach, but this deck is so bad it also has no reach, on top of the other things it does not have. Oh.
Not looking good for us.
Wow, this abomination's gonna get some value. Trade, attack. Actually, I'm just gonna do a trade.
Okay.
Because if I have abomination, these two are dead anyway. So I might as
Yeah.
well. have nothing. It's just.
Yeah, please don't have
I mean,
anything.
he did like play a trick already last turn, right? And he only drew
Did.
2 cards since then, and he could draw 1 more. Like, that's actually a lot of cards. Yes.
Oh, I can't believe that happened.
3-0. 3-0. This is such a bad, awful, awful deck. If you were wondering, the reason I didn't remove that last thing, even though I guess he could have had another power overwhelming, is because if I had done that, then he just has to remove one thing, which is my abomination, and that would kill like everything else too. So it didn't really matter too much that I had to remove the 2/4. Like the 2/4 wasn't going to get any more value, whether it's on the board or not on the board, and I wasn't in danger of lethal, so I'm not afraid of it like getting through and hurting me.
Yeah. Well, that was a good decision. All right, on to the next one.
So bad. I feel like whenever I stream, the percent chance of me getting a bad deck is much higher than normal play.
It's just the stream gods looking after you.
On the bright side, we haven't gotten a single class that can ping.
That's true. No druids, no
No rogues,
mage.
no mages, so that's helping.
Oh, that Murloc Tidehunter is so
Murloc
good.
Tidehunter is the best card. The Magma Ranger is also a good card. I guess I keep all my great cards. Right?
Uh,
The Magma Ranger is an amazing card.
yeah, it'll definitely trade for whatever he puts out. Unless he has like an Elven Archer. Don't do anything.
Yeah, never do anything. He just needs to just like continuously not do things.
Ooh. I'm looking forward to the potential Direwolf Alpha play or the Magma Rager play.
It's gonna be the Magma Ranger play because he's not gonna do anything. He's gonna be like, fine, I'll take 3 damage. That Holy Nova's really gonna hurt, by the way. No. Oh.
Oh, Direwolf, so good.
He thought he had me. Ah, I wish I had a coin so I could commanding shout and keep everything alive.
I know, but you can't.
Do I even direwolf? I just slam.
Well, Direwolf lets you get something out there as well.
It's true. It's true.
And the next turn you could commanding shout and slam, and then still keep your wolf alive too. And you have 4 damage on the board. We got another question. Cranky Licious asks, "What do you think of a uh, Warlock Murloc deck? I'm 15 and 4 currently. It's only rank 10, but still works better than I expected." I guess I'll tackle this question first.
You actually play a Murloc deck sometimes, don't you?
No, I mean that was months ago. Jeez, you are remembering way far back. Yeah, it's so any kind of
So
cheesy
I'm gonna use.
aggro
By the
deck,
way, I'm gonna use commanding shout here.
right? And then slam.
Because the wolf is
Oh
gonna stay
yeah,
alive. I could instead put out a worgen, but that would kill the wolf, and the wolf is better than a worgen.
yeah.
And
the
my
wolf is
commanding
better
shout
than
has
Worgen.
essentially no value.
So the good thing about a Murloc deck is number one, it's a lot of fun, and number two, it's a very fast deck, and it helps you just rank up really, really quickly because of its speed. But other than that, you are going to run into problems when you get to higher ranks and you get better players, and you also get just better decks. But it's a fun deck, and you seem to be doing well with it in the rank that you're in. I definitely recommend changing it once it starts slowing down. But for now, just play it, enjoy it, piss off everyone that you play with.
There's people running Murloc decks in Legend, by the way. Scarlet
Still,
Crusader. I want to do a Worgen. He'll get a 2-for-1, but so what? With a Holy Nova. It's better than just putting a 5/5 out there now.
if he Holy Novas,
If Holy Novas, I have a 3/1. He gets like 2.5 cards and passes a turn.
and then you could Worgen and Frostwolf after that.
Oh, you mean to not Worgen? No, that's true. I don't need to Worgen. That's actually good. I'll just Scarlet Crusader.
Yeah. There's really no need to. Well, I guess if he does a Holy Nova and puts something out there,
Yeah.
and I guess this could draw out
Yeah,
the
because I still have
Nova.
a Magma Rager. He also took 2 of my shitty cards, so that's good.
Huh.
Oh my god!
Wow.
That's right, he took 2 of my shitty cards!
That is
Oh,
indeed a very shitty card.
he took my shitty card! I just lost. Crap, I didn't even think about the Whirlwind.
Well, you never really think about him stealing your Whirlwind. Wow, that sucked.
I mean, I'm not actually down cards, but still, that was ridiculous.
That was ridiculous. We were ahead, and now we are just trying to get by.
Ugh.
Well, this is good.
There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do.
We could Frostwolf and then Taskmaster the Frostwolf. We could put down the Worm Leader and the Magma Rager. We
He plays
could.
2 cards, and he's over any
And
threshold
he's
that
over,
we do.
right.
He has 7 mana, he can play 2 cards.
Yeah, I know.
There's nothing that we can do.
If he's over the threshold, he's over. Okay, so you could turn your Frostwolf into a 6/3, and then you have to hope he can't get rid of the Taskmaster somehow, so you can smash it into his Questing Adventurer. Otherwise, you can put out the Magma Rager and the War Leader. Yeah, I like this. You save the Taskmaster,
Yeah, the
you get some
Taskmaster is
utility there.
useful.
Yes.
The Warlord is not going to do anything, but...
Oh.
That's my other crappy card! He's getting so much value out of my crappy cards.
Brawl time.
Okay. I'm dead if this brawl doesn't leave me with my guy. I could Taskmaster first, and then there's a higher chance that I'll have, like, one of my guys standing.
One of your guys. I think you do that.
I think I do that, because
give
then
yourself
we're,
the
like,
50-50.
even on cards, even
Right,
though
well,
I have no late game.
Taskmaster and then attack him to the face.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Of course.
Uh, yes. Yes. Make it huge. Well, there are many ways for us to lose.
And that's it.
That's a game.
That's game. Just concede.
I want to see what else he has.
He doesn't have to show anything.
I know. But maybe he'll want to. Come on. You have cards and 9 mana. What else? Aw. Ugh. That whirlwind. Because a Holy Nova would have been fine, because I get to set up again. That whirlwind. I don't know. I probably, even if I thought about it, I probably wouldn't have played around the whirlwind.
Yeah.
I'm getting this start a lot. Also, once again, a class I can't ping. So, at least we are alive. Oh, come on. Oh, okay, that works. It's the only way to do it, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, he's just going to take it for free.
Now my bluegill's not going to do anything. I'm going to have to trade my Korkon 1 for whatever he puts out. Or he puts out nothing. Wow, that was an aggressive coin.
Wow.
Tempted to put out the Magma Ranger, but no. I have a slam and a bluegill warrior in case he puts down things that are bigger than I can handle. Really? He already used his coin. Fire Elemental's 2 turns away. He has to do something. Right. That's fine. We're starting this? Are we starting or are we saving this? I could put out the 2 things with 1 health, and then attack him to the face, and then save the Murloc War Leader. Or I could put out, well, it'll actually be the same amount of damage, because it would otherwise taunt Korkon Elite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll save it as like a trick.
Alright, let's do it.
least this guy doesn't have a whirlwind.
He does have lightning storm, but
Well, then it
choose
doesn't
to-
really matter if I had 1 health or not.
yeah.
That's fine.
Are we freezing his
We're
face?
freezing his face.
Freeze his face. He can't even fire elemental.
Nope, because he axed, and he's dead.
Huh?
Charge? Concede.
Oh. Concede.
Oh, or not, or he could taunt it, which would be an epically bad play. It's an epically bad play, but I guess you do what you can. Okay, do I have lethal? I have 9, I have lethal.
Yes, you. Well, oh,
I
would
deal
put
2
out
damage, I trade my Murloc in, and then I attack him to the face and use the 3
With-
War Axe.
Yes, yes.
Oh, or I can be more fancy. Let's be more fancy.
Yeah, I was gonna say be more fancy, but plus now you keep your Murloc alive for that super value.
So, if you guys were wondering before why we were taking the Tide Callers and the Magma Ragers, it's because it does mean we have a not awful deck against classes that can't ping. Still not good, but
It's something.
it's something. It gives us a win condition, which we would otherwise not have, and then our deck would go like 2-3, maybe 3-3. We're 4-1. Can we beat our way better deck that was also a warrior?
I hope not, because that just means
So
this game
sad.
is
We
all
have
random.
like 5 cards that should be dead cards in this deck. 5 of them. If you have 1, it's already a not good deck. If you
Have
have
we
2, it's already a bad deck.
We've never played Battle Rage, have we?
But we have never played Battle Rage, which is fine because we never have anything hurt. Because all our things have 1 health, and it can't be hurt.
This
if it
seems
only has
perfectly
1.
fine.
Well, he has Whirlwind. But yes, this is a good
But
card.
yes, this is bad. Yeah, this is fine.
Fine.
We're almost guaranteed something to buff with Dark Iron
Yeah.
on turn 4.
Oh, good.
Oh,
That's making me feel
options.
way better. Because I want to save this Murloc War Leader. That Murloc Tide Caller is one of our win conditions, as we've seen.
So sad.
Tap. To trade or not to trade? To trade.
To trade. Otherwise, our Panther just sits there for a while.
Or Panther's going to trade into whatever the heck he puts out next. But we have a Dark Iron and a Dire Wolf.
Well, hopefully we can use the Dark Iron to trade with the Spiders, whatever he puts out next. Huh.
Fine.
Well, we could just Wolf.
We're going to Wolf.
Wolf
We're going to Wolf and
and
Bluegill.
do it.
We are super aggro. And then next turn, we can Murloc. No, we're probably going to Dark Iron. I think just Dark Iron now. No, we Wolf.
Let's Wolf
We
and
Wolf.
then Bluegill.
Yeah, we Wolf. Put some damage on him. Make him unable to do anything, essentially. Like, what can he possibly drop right now that's of any good? I have enough to efficiently remove anything he does. Panic Slam, that's fine. Alright. So now this Murloc War Leader is it's still not going to get value.
No.
You know what? I'm going to save the Dark Iron. Because I could Dark Iron something else the next turn.
Yeah, you can.
So I did that because I don't care what a zombie removes. This Murloc is actually pretty good for me.
He really has to get rid of the War Leader first, and also he has to do a lot in
Yeah,
order
he has to do a
for
lot of things.
your previous move to backfire.
Yeah. Otherwise, I want damage. Whatever he puts on next is going to get frozen, so you can't just like put something big. Yup, that's fine. That gets frozen, I keep attacking the face. Or maybe not. Maybe he's going to do something else. I'll give him that. He's smart. He knows what I have to do. Unfortunately, I just top deck something very good.
Yep.
So he basically put trades on the board because he realized that he was going to lose if I kept doing this. Oh God, we're at 5-1. We're at 5-1.
I can't believe that. That's crazy. With the deck this bad.
I think the next question really is, can this deck go 12-1?
If we face no mages or rogues, or druids, maybe.
All right. My record is what? With Warriors typically 8, and our stream record is 8 point something. So we need 8 wins
8.3.
for this to like be okay.
Be okay, but
There's our loss.
you
There's
kept on
our
talking
guaranteed
about
loss.
it. You kept on bringing it up. It's too much. Too much.
I mean, come on. We've had a lucky run of 6 games not against things that can actually ping us.
Yes, we have. We get rid of everything.
But the Murloc War Leader is... Okay. Okay, how do we beat a mage? We're gonna just lose cards, so we can't play cards. We need to rush it down.
Yeah.
We need to rush it down, and he can't have a Flame Strike. And that means we need, like, something to play next turn.
Let's draw it.
Yes, that's wonderful. Okay, we're not rushing him down.
Nope. What?
I'm gonna attack him to the face with the Worgen. He can't ping again. He can't ping again. I'd rather have him ping than to put out something. He can't ping again. So I'm not afraid of the ping. It's whether I'm afraid of the ping the next turn. Which, assuming he puts out a Water Elemental or really anything, I'm going to trade a Korkron and the Worgen into it, I think.
Yeah. I agree with this move.
Or I could coin out a Tiger. But he can't do it. He can't ping.
We actually want him to ping this turn.
I really hope he pings. Yeah, he's going to put out the Water Elemental.
Yep.
And we are going to not respect this Water Elemental at all.
Nope.
We're going to put out the Silver Hand. We're going to put out the Silver Hand Knight.
I think so, yeah. Spread out.
He still can't ping because he doesn't have a 3-drop either.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I've been neglecting the chat for a while. I apologize. A couple of comments or questions. One asks, "Hey, can I add you?" Just for myself, I apologize. I don't play nearly enough. I'm most of the time I'm
You
playing.
can add Merps for Diablo.
Yeah, if you play hardcore Diablo 3, I'm your guy.
He just pinged.
He just pinged. Oh my
Oh
God.
no!
Wait, what? Well, that was a mistake.
I like that.
And as for
Jesus.
Adwick, I'll have him answer it, but I do know that we do like to keep our lives
Yeah,
kind of private, other than
despite the whole
streaming.
streaming
Yeah,
thing.
other than
Despite
that.
the obvious caveat of the streaming thing. So I think I wouldn't like just add people that I don't know. No. Tiger can be saved. Let's do a Frostwolf. Yeah, it'll take 4 mana for him to remove this. This is
Yes.
fine. This is
Uh,
fine. I'm
Temporary
keeping the
Shadow
Tiger.
asks, hypothetical question.
Mhm.
Imagine you have two 1/1s and you're facing an opponent with two 1/1s and a 2/2. You need board control. Do you trade for the 1/1s or the
So
single
let's go
2/2?
into that after this game is over. I
Yeah.
can't I can't concentrate on the hypothetical while this is happening. Uh, he's gonna flame strike the next turn, which is fine because all we need is to get more damage in because we're in damage mode. He's already inefficiently used his cards to remove or freeze our stuff. So if we Frost Elemental, we're definitely getting the board back. I mean, keeping the board rather. So we're going to Frost
Keeping.
Elemental.
Okay.
We could save the Frost Elemental, but it's really the same as the Lord of the Arena.
It is the exact same thing. Huh.
Fine. Get value out of that thing. I could deal 9 damage right now. It's so tempting.
You don't have anything to finish him off with other than the Tiger.
Yep. Lord of the Arena and attack.
Yeah.
He still can't Flame Strike ping. Flame Strike's actually a really awful move for him.
Yeah, it is.
So we're actually not doing bad on card advantage, but we anticipate not having card advantage because we have things that's coming up in our pipeline that just aren't cards against the mage. So that's why we're playing like a very aggressive tempo-y kind of game. Wait, is he really not going to trade? Well, that was a mistake on his part. Oh. So then he pinged that for no good reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very strange.
Either way. So I can attack that. Put the Tiger out and an Imp Master.
That seems pretty good. Or you could do Imp Master and the Venture Co.
No. Well, I guess he has to kill the Venture Co.
He has to kill the Venture Co.
But it lets him kill the Venture Co. The Tiger doesn't let him do anything. I'd rather not let him do anything.
Alright.
Because I need to get this damage in quick. I don't think I'm going to last much longer.
You're
If I
doing
hit
okay for
that,
now,
he
but
pings because
yeah, you're right.
He's gonna be able to ping the Frost Elemental. It's a dead card.
It's a dead card.
I'm actually gonna do the Murloc War Leader instead of the Master.
To get more damage in?
Also, his swordy guy can't just remove one of the things.
Yeah.
I could Kor'kron Elite to hit that, but that's too slow. I don't really care about that thing on the board. I mean, I have cards on him, technically.
You do.
I mean, only technically, because all my cards are crap that's coming up.
I know. Don't you still have an axe?
I do still have an axe. That is 8 plus 4. I'm 2 damage away from lethal.
If only you could slam face.
Only I could slam the face. I can't slam the face. So let's slam the only thing that can get a good trade on me. Because I'm attacking to the face.
Yeah, you are. All right. Let's slam and hope that you draw your axe.
Oh!
Well, wait. So we dark iron.
Yeah, we dark iron. And then assuming he doesn't,
Right, because we actually have something to dark iron this turn.
Hold on. We can just play this super conservatively, attack him to the face, and brawl. I like that much better.
Yeah, that's good. We actually get to use our brawl.
Boom!
Such skill.
The skill looks like. But no, so you brawl because the Kor'kron can be buffed by the Dark Iron regardless, and if he happens to taunt up, we're screwed regardless.
And he pings, and we win.
Our mascot.
Perfect damage.
Look at that, a ping class down. We're 100% against ping classes with this deck.
Such a huge sample size too.
Yeah.
All right, let's address
the
question.
The actual question.
So we have 2/1/1. So 2/1/1 tokens on our side. The other side has the same thing, 2/1/1 tokens, but they have an extra 2/2. Do we trade for the 1/1s, or do we trade for the 2/2?
I mean, typically I would trade for the 2/2, but it depends on what I'm putting out next. Like, is it vulnerable to the 1/1s? Because if you trade for the 1/1s, like if he can buff one of them, it doesn't really make a difference if he needs it to deal 4 damage. If he needs it to deal 3 damage, you should be killing the 2/1/1s because then the 2/2 will trade in, it'll over damage, and then it'll have a 1/1 left. But at the same time, the 2/2 could be buffed to just be bigger and like eat your stuff. Like I always go for removing the bigger thing first. I mean, obviously, if you, it is a question if you're like the warrior, you have no way to ping, or if you're going to drop something with divine shield or something. Like it's all situational. But generally, I would favor removing the bigger thing.
Yeah, I agree. I think generally, like in a vacuum, you would remove the bigger thing. But then, of course, we don't play Hearthstone in a vacuum.
Yeah.
And I think
like you'll definitely see us like remove the 1/1s in that exact situation.
Yes.
If we need to protect something.
And like a lot of situations in Hearthstone, you've presented one in which it depends. And you look at the class, you look at the situation. You also want to start trying to read your opponent, seeing like, oh, they did this on turn 2. That could mean they don't have this. Like it's a paladin on turn 4. They didn't play Consecration when it was a good situation for Consecration, so maybe they don't have it in their hand yet. You want to try to read your opponent. You want to try to think of the worst case scenario too. Like if they have a Direwolf Alpha, if they had to have a Shadowed Sun Cleric, how would that
Agree or
affect?
disagree?
How would that?
No, agree or disagree with this
Oh,
before you
yeah, agree,
continue. Okay.
agree. How would that affect my future plays? If I'm dropping like a Raging Worgen, you want something to enrage it, but at the same time, you don't want something that could potentially kill it. It's just a lot of things to think about.
So we have another ping class.
But we have a curve.
We have a curve, and this guy takes damage when he pings. So it's not only anti-tempo, also helps us get damage on the board. We are actually not going to attack because he has 2 mana the next turn.
By the way, we've been streaming for a while, so if any one of you is tuning in right now, we are Adwicta and Merps. We are doing Arena Coop. This is week number 7. As you can see, we're playing a warrior. We are both infinite level arena players, and we are just going through one arena run every single week. We explain the plays. Anything to add? I just thought it would be nice to reintroduce it for people watching the stream again, or tuning in right now.
So I'm playing the Scarlet Crusader now because I'm going to attack with the Worgen, because we still need to rush down this this Druid more than we would like, and he can ping one of the two, so he's going to ping something anyway. I would want the Scarlet Crusader out instead of the Master.
Okay.
On the other hand, if I play the Master and it doesn't get removed somehow, in 2 turns I can play a Frostwolf for really big, but I don't like to look 2 turns ahead. I'm setting up for the biggest swipe. Also, it's a 3 thing. Mind control attack, minor consideration.
Yeah. So here's something in which, once again, in a vacuum, him using a hero power to get rid of a guy is usually bad, but we took away his turn 3, and he uses hero power. He wasn't able to put anything out.
This is not any better of a this is the same swipe target as a Hitmaster, and the Hitmaster will let us get a ridiculously large Frostwolf out the next turn.
Yes. No,
assuming no swipe. So I'm going to play the Hitmaster actually.
Yeah, I agree.
We have enough damage out there. He's playing like a really late game.
Mm-hmm.
So we're basically just forcing him to inefficiently use his mana and to like lose a ton of tempo as we like lose cards, and hopefully he'll not have enough life in the end. This is why like an Arcanine Reaper is so good in the end for the warrior. You can just finish people off. It's a pyroblast to the face. Yep, there's that swipe.
And this is absolutely fine.
This is fine. We can Frostwolf. Next turn we can Dark Iron to kill whatever he puts out, and we can Battle Rage. You have nothing. Oh, fine, Keeper.
Swipe again?
You know, it does stuff.
Coin Wrath?
Oh, don't screw me. Kind of screws me. Oh, thank God.
So
thank
good.
God. I do want a Battle Rage, but I really need to get rid of this bomb.
You gotta get rid of that so you're,
Yeah, and then I'm going to Dark Iron because the Battle Rage is inefficient use of mana.
Right.
Come on, damage. Draw more damage.
Axe would be fantastic right now.
Well, there goes the efficient use of Battle Rage. That's also good.
That's also good.
I'm going to Battle Rage first just to draw a card.
Yeah,
because nothing's getting hurt now. Yeah, nothing's going to get hurt now.
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to put out a Venture Co. because he can't remove it. Or do I win? Oh, almost.
Oh, you're 1 damage short.
So I'm going to put out a Venture Co. because he really can't remove it without a Naturalize. He's a Druid. He can't deal 6 damage. Or like attacking it to the face. Yeah. And this also, like, if he puts out... Does he have the coin? Does he have
He
the
used
coin?
it. He used it.
He
He
used
used it
it?
last
Okay.
turn.
So yeah, so nothing can ruin this venture co. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I don't believe so.
Absolutely nothing can remove this venture co. Why'd you
Naturalized.
play something that removes it? I don't even know what.
Naturalized.
There we go.
There we go. Good. We're 6-1.
So you notice that in the games that we're playing in these last two games against ping classes, we are much more aggressive. We go to the face. We wait for him to remove us. Not because that's the better play, but because we know we have really
It's
crappy
the only
things.
play.
Yeah, it's like our only play. Normally, if you watch how we normally play, we'll take good trades. We'll do all the normal stuff. But it gets a little more exciting when you have a really crappy deck that is going to run out of steam at a certain point.
Yeah.
And this deck isn't that fast either. We have a lot of solid creatures, but it means we're curving into stuff, and we need to curve into stuff because as soon as we don't, we're dead.
So here's something that I think is not emphasized enough. Everyone playing Hearthstone makes fun of the dentist plays, the anti-value plays, like Arcane Shot to the face, turn one plays. And yes, I mean that's horrible. But just as horrible is the guy obsessed with value who gives up all tempo to gain as many cards as possible, and he just dies with 8 cards in hand.
Yep.
You need to have a good balance. And yes, value is very important, but you don't give up too much tempo to gain value.
So the most suspicious thing is what I've done, both in the mage situation and in the druid situation. And you should really be wary if some guy's doing this to you. You put out that worgen or just something that can be removed on the turn right before you as the pinging class, as the opponent, would have a weird amount of mana to spend to be able to ping it. Because that's basically, especially the worgen play, because the worgen just hangs out. I can let it hang out for as long as I want it to. And I choose to attack that. That shows that I'm okay with it getting removed for you to spend 2 mana, which gives me +1 mana net compared to what I did, and you didn't do anything on your first turn, so therefore I get 2 mana altogether, and I get damage to your face. So if I'm willing to make that trade, I'm essentially saying, look, I will change this worgen into a Sinister Strike, and I'm okay with that. If I'm okay with that, you should not take it.
It's a better Sinister Strike because it wastes their turn, and that's why I think the past 2 games, I think we should just queue it for the next game. But the past 2 games, we were very okay, and we even tried to plan it. When do we expose the worgen and have him make the mistake of gaining a card on us?
Mm-hmm.
And
so
usually,
the mage didn't make the mistake. The mage actually put out the Frost Elemental because he knew that he was going to die otherwise. The Water Elemental.
Yeah.
But the druid, assuming he had any kind of turn 3 play, made a mistake. Or maybe he also didn't have a turn 3 play, and we just gave him something to do. But
right. But that's part of the risk analysis that you undertake every turn that you make.
Yeah, and that's especially important if you want to go fast. Another druid.
Is this the same guy?
Is it the same guy? Arias? No, it was Jor the last time.
Jor. Okay.
It's This is not good. This is bad. The wolf's gonna get eaten.
Wolf is gonna get eaten, but what other? You do remember how bad our deck is. I think the Panther is fine for turn 3. I think this is fine.
The wolf is gonna get eaten. It's the same as dropping an actual 2/2, like a mad scientist. It's worse than a Frostwolf Grunt.
Okay, all right. So we get rid of that, and then slam. If he drops a Knife Juggler, we just slam it.
We need a faster start than a wolf.
No, okay.
Okay, fine. You know what? We'll pray. Let's do that.
Or I would get rid of the wolf and keep the slam and the Panther.
No. Then you have 2 cards to get a 2-drop. That's definitely not it.
Think about it this way: we're at 7 wins, playing with house money. Magma Rager, boom, so good.
Put out a 3/2. Please put out a 3/2. That's
boy.
A 3/2. I slow down his tempo. Because he's going to have to use his face to it.
Yeah, he's gonna have to use his face.
So he's going to be up a card. But I'm going to slow down his tempo.
I think it's necessary, otherwise it can get out of control pretty fast.
Because if I do nothing, I can put out, and he does something. Because he coined it out, so he has a 2-drop to follow it up with.
Right.
Yeah. He has a 2-drop to follow it up with. This entire thing is going to get very out of control. And we have no way to get back on the board unless we draw that brawl. And even that's not a very good get back on the board card.
No.
That's like a stall card. That's why Control Warrior uses it. Yep. So he still has a 2-drop.
All right.
Panther.
Panther.
They're both bad plays.
They're both bad. Well, I think the Panther's a little bit better. Ugh, and then he drops like a Harvest Golem.
Even if he drops a Bloodfed Raptor, we're screwed.
Yeah.
We do have a Brawl now, though. Oh. That's fine. That's okay. We can drop the Magma Rage and just attack to the face.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I'm
let him
with that.
swipe it, because he's gonna swipe anyway, I think.
Sure.
Swipe. Now he knows the depth of how bad our deck is. It's not even a good tempo play, because he can use his face to remove it, which gets some damage in, but I know he has a 2-drop.
Yeah. And the cards in our hand are very slow, so the damage to his face it doesn't matter. It's negligible.
Yep. I guess he doesn't have a swipe, so that's good. Fine.
Oh my god.
Fine. Alright,
So
that's
good.
game. That's game, guys.
Alright.
This is the only way we stay on the board after he removes everything. But that's game.
Oh, boy.
Seriously? Whatever. Whatever. It wasn't like we were winning this game, most likely anyway. He has now gotten 2 creatures that directly removed one of our minions on the board. Which, is bad.
Oh, next turn we can go for the 3 damage slam. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I think we just need 1 damage. Or we could just brawl.
Do we just hope for the best?
YOLO.
YOLO brawl. All right, let's go through all the possible moves here. We could Drake.
Can we win without brawling is the question. We could Drake,
Right.
slam, do the trade, it has 1 health, it'll get removed. We
And
set up a
then-
swipe. Bad things happen. Although he doesn't have a swipe.
Doesn't. And we could always save the brawl for like an Iron Bark, because if he Iron Barks, we actually do lose.
No, that's true, we do lose.
I think we can stay afloat by playing the Drake Slam. What do we use?
It's the same. I'm going to slam.
So let's slam to draw another card.
Yeah, I want the card. Do not have top deck your swipe in the last 2 turns.
Well, if he top deck swipe, he only have 3 mana left, and then we can axe whatever that is. As
Still
well
has
as play.
that, Kodo. It is a card. It does deal damage. It is hard to remove.
Well, and then we can play the Venture Co afterwards.
So mad.
Oh.
Sure.
Oh.
Oh, God. He just happens to have everything, doesn't he?
What a clear.
All right. And he had a shapeshift, just in case. Can I battle rage his minions? They're the only ones that are ever going to get injured.
All right, so Axe and Ventrico.
I want to put the Venture Co in a place where you can just remove it.
Well,
I'm going to Imp Master Adventure Co.
wait.
Because if he does anything with the Kodo, my Axe can remove it the next turn.
Why not Axe to get rid of the Pyromancer and then Ventrico?
Oh. Yeah, that's good.
Wait, that's exactly what I. Oh, and do you want the Worgen out before you
Yes.
put? Okay. So Axe, kill it, and then Worgen, and then Ventrico Mercenary. I think this is good. This actually gives you something bigger on the board than what he's got out.
I mean, I'm not doing bad cards-wise.
Now he puts out Ironbark, and then you brawl, and you pray that pray that the Ironbark doesn't survive.
It's not a good place for him to put out the Ironbark. He may just not do it.
Might just not do it, which is good.
Yes. I really
Which is
want him to. Like,
fantastic.
he should put out the Ironbark just for the tempo.
Yes.
And the guarantee. No, I guess it's not necessarily card advantage, but it'll be close. He doesn't
It's
know my
close.
deck, though. He doesn't know I have no late game. He doesn't know that this is it. If he could see my hand and my deck, he knows he's won. And he should just push the tempo until he actually wins. But he doesn't know it, so he may play softly, which may let me do crazy things and potentially draw a lot of cards with Battle Rage, maybe.
Oh boy.
That's okay.
Huh.
I'm okay with that.
This is very okay. All right, so we smash Ventrico in Battle Rage.
Just brawl. No, it's not a good
No,
time.
no. You don't need to do that yet.
Yeah, slam it in, Battle Rage, kill the...
Kill the Gadget Stand with
Yeah.
Worgen plus yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
So I kill with the Core Crown instead?
Decisions.
No, I use my face.
Just use your face.
I use my face and I put out an Master. Or I put out one Murloc War Leader so I can boost the other one the next turn.
There we go. Get that 5/4 out there.
Actually, I'm up a card and a half on him. Nope. I'm up half a card on him. I'll be down half a card once he uses his face to remove my... He did that for a reason. There has to be, like, he has to be able to deal 1 damage somehow. Even if it's just he's planning to use his face. So that Ventrico is going to be dead. And that's okay. Oh, he's just using his face. That's fine. Oh, the value.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I do this, which lets me go into this and have only 1 health. I Corcron into that. and then I drop a Murloc Tidehunter.
Yes, you do.
So bad.
Swipe would wreck you.
He doesn't have a swipe.
He doesn't have a swipe.
We've given him so much stuff to swipe over the game. He does
I
not
know.
have a swipe.
Do it. Flood the board with your Murlocs. Oh my god.
Yeah, you have to do that after you do this.
Ugh, if he swipes, it's gonna be horrible.
He has 2
okay.
iron.
Those
He doesn't have a
Ironforge
good deck either.
Riflemen.
Oh.
Nature rose against this, dude.
Nature rose. Nature rose. Wow.
Oh, we make the only play that we can.
That was it. That was the game right there.
That was, if he had a response, we were dead. If he didn't, we won. And he had a response. Pretty good one. That involved an Ironforge Rifleman. Because, you know, why not?
Which is what screwed over our Magma Rager the last time, I think.
I know.
And he Kodo too. We did very well this game coming back into it, by the way. After being Kodo'd and Iron for Rifleman.
Oh, Ironforge. Just the best card ever. I would say even better than a Murloc Tidehunter, which is ridiculous because, as we've seen, Murloc Tidehunter MVP. We have that useless brawl. Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean,
I'm still going, huh?
meh.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh,
We're not down as many cards as we thought we were.
yeah.
No.
Well, this is fine. This is actually...
I'll tap that and then attack. Like, who do I tap?
You don't...
I don't play the Cruel Taskmaster?
Well, it's pointless.
Well, no, I could kill this, and then this will be alive.
Well, yeah, okay. But then if you ping it for one more damage, it
No.
goes down to 1.
I ping this. I
Right.
ping the Ironforge. This
Right.
is a 1/3. I have a 1/1. I have a 2/2. He's going to kill the 2/2.
Okay. Yeah. So you Cruel Taskmaster the 2/1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should probably save it to get more use out of it.
I don't know if you're going to get more use out of it.
I know. I'm just sending it off to die.
You're sending it off to die, and that's fine.
See, normally I would hit this and then have it attack to the... I would hit the It Master and have it attack to the face. But I know my deck. It has no reach. So we're playing this board for better or worse. We've passed the window in which we make that large burst with the Murlocs, and then now we're just dead.
Please drop both of those cards as creatures so we can just brawl away everything.
Yeah. Good. That's what we're saving this freaking brawl for.
It's brawl time. RNGesus, be with us. Be with us. It Master, I believe in you. What else can we drop?
This doesn't do anything. I'm going to brawl and then drop it.
Is that the only way that we can win?
Yes.
Do it. RNGesus.
Works for me.
That is decent.